world that nature has to offer in one lifetime. What a dream! To travel freely into the home of the wild ones, to live with them, to become so accepted by them that they hardly notice that you're there. That is not only my dream, that's my goal. I'm wildlife photographer Bill Porter, and I'll take you there.
I walked on the mountain and down by the sea. There I saw the many that share this world with me. We share this world with wild ones, that's the way it's meant to be. We're also meant to save them, that's how you and me. I wandered down the valley, crossed to the other shore. There's wildlife all around us, birds and bees and so much more. We're always going to take some, that's the way it's meant to be. We're also meant to save them, that's the power in you and me. I woke up to the sunrise, stood there at sunset too. Still I saw the wild ones, wish you had been there too. For with one touch of nature, the whole world had become kin. This message all around us, that's the way it's always been.
Bill Porter's Wildlife Unlimited show is brought to you by Double J Tack, where genuine down-home friendliness, together with the knowledge of horses and equipment, combine to ensure you a safe riding experience. Safe riding starts with safe equipment that fits you and your horse. Jim and Joanne will make sure that it all comes together. So look for their sign, 15 miles west of Marshfield on H. Meyer Buildings of Dorchester builds a vast array of buildings. They build to suit their customers, whether you're looking for a new horse facility or a well-designed commercial building. Their sales representative and design professionals can provide you with the proper information to guide you through a successful project. They are a family-owned and operated company that has been in business for over 50 years. They strive not only to build quality buildings, but long-lasting relationships as well. Meyer Buildings of Dorchester, a relationship you can build on. Hey, Cherokee Road, what do you say we get started on that new Meyer building?
We're Midwest Trailer Sales, centrally located 3 miles west of Neillsville on Highway 10. At Midwest Trailer Sales, we specialize in equipment trailers and horse trailers, featuring Silverlight, built Western Tough, and Merhow, the oldest manufacturer in the business. Our 2 modern service bays and trained technicians offer full tongue-to-tail service, including brakes, wire, modifications, and hitch installation. You can count on Midwest Trailer Sales to do the job right. Is your old camper or living quarter trailer looking tired and worn? Bring it to us for a fantastic fresh facelift. Need a utility or cargo trailer? We've got them, as well as a full line of parts and accessories. So why not come on down and see us at Midwest Trailer Sales?
Experience a whole new world in quality wood product. Tritt's Forest Product is your source for unique, rustic, high-quality wood product. Our natural wavy edge siding adds a striking look to the exterior of any structure. Made with a special manufacturing technique, planed or rough cut, it emphasizes the wood's natural knotty characteristics and grain pattern. And for the inside, beauty to behold. Our rustic antique oak plank flooring offers a touch of the past while adding an inviting feel. Our rustic lumber jack pine flooring is truly unique. We'll supply the beauty, you supply the love. First thing in the morning, we met up with Grady and Bernice Crew at their trading post. Then with their ranch hands, we trailered our horses to the trailhead. I had been talking to Grady, owner of the Crew Cattle Ranch, about my lifelong dream, to ride my horse across the Badlands. Now here I was up before breakfast, herding cows through these beautiful Badland hills, buttes as they call them out here. I know this is supposed to be work, but for us, it's a vacation by horseback. Last night, as I sat with Grady and Bernice, Grady talked about their dream. Now, as I rode, I was reminded of what he said.
Well, besides Badlands, you're going to see the cattle in the Forest Service permits mostly, some wildlife, deer, antelope, a lot of Badlands and a lot of blue sky, Bill. They all tell me from the east we have way more sky than they do. I can't figure that out, but that's what they say.
Well, I counted roughly what I could count out the gate, and I'm not right at all, but I got close to 90.
Yeah.
They were crowding too much. I couldn't get a good count. They're too tight together.
That's what they thought they count when they leave.
Well, there'll be plenty of chances here after they slow down, though.
What kind of got me thinking is Bernice is a natural history member for the park, and we were at a convention, and one of the park rangers had a presentation, and his premise of his presentation, it really hit home to me because I never thought about it. He was talking about a lot of us that are out in these bigger parks in the West, and he says, you people do not realize the value of your remoteness, but it's coming. And I thought, you know, I could kind of see that because we're used to the wide open spaces, and it's a real special thing. And as there's more people and more of these wildernesses get used up for houses, why these vast places like we have are hard to find, and I know people want to.
Now I found myself on my ornery horse Buddy, along with my best friend Carl Shunky and his horse Precious. Also riding with us was my wife's cousin, Dave J. Olson, or J.D., Jabber Dave, as he was soon to be nicknamed. I had to bring him along. After all, he keeps telling me I owe him. He let me marry his cousin Rose. Here I was, riding with 3 generations of the Crew family. Caleb, his father Grady, and Grady's dad Keith. Keith, I was to learn later, was 3rd generation on this land. And here his grandfather had homesteaded this land for $18 for 160 acres. But only if he could stay there for 5 years would he get clear title from the government. I woke up this morning at the Circle View Ranch and listened to the sun come up from the back balcony.
A ride that is kind of unique to Circle View. It's the Native Americans follow where Bigfoot left North Dakota and went down to the Wounded Knee Massacre. And Christmas Day at noon every year, they come through the Badlands here, and we could set up here on the deck, and they cross the river right down here where the ham place is. And depends on the year. Some years there's 5 riders, sometimes there's 100 riders. And you know, Christmas, it could be pretty cold.
So is it just locals riding, or is it...
You know, I'm not really sure. I know they've had film crews with them from Europe, and they always make them stay on this side of the river when they get on the reservation. Just the Native Americans go. But it's still a 3-day ride from here, and they camp out. And if it's like 20 below, they use the interior school gymnasium to sleep in. But that's quite a unique ride, and it's interesting to see it. You could count on it every year. My brand is CV Bar for Circle View Ranch, and every direction we have a very nice view from the decks here. You can overlook the White River, and beyond the White River is the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, and to the north it overlooks the Badlands National Park, and you could see probably 10 or 15 miles any direction. So that's kind of where we got the name of Circle View Ranch. it's a very nice place to stay here if you want to enjoy the Badlands, and we do have places for horse accommodations. My corrals aren't new, but they are a mile west, and you're welcome to use them. And there's we have 8 rooms with private bathrooms, and there's a guest kitchen to use, and Amy does a breakfast for you, and it's a real nice place to stay and enjoy the Badlands.
Oh, JD, well, you're looking good this morning.
Feeling good.
Where are you headed?
Going around with some cows. We go down into the Badlands.
That's what we come down here for, ain't it?
I'll tell you what, this is what I call a real vacation.
How far do you say we chased those cows last year? Yesterday. It seemed like yesterday.
Together, 6 to 8 miles.
Seems like he said, 100 of them?
Yeah,
We rounded up about 100, 120, and chased them about 7, 8 miles into the corrals and stuff.
Well, that one got away, you went back and got it. Pretty good. I don't know, we'll make a cowboy out of you yet.
There's a good one of Bill pushing cows. I smell skunk. How we doing, Oz? So Grady, how far are we pushing these cows? About 6 miles? Oh, out of Forest Service, pasture to private.
Marathon Town and Country Store. We're not just a feed store anymore. I met up with Tanya and Jethro at the Marathon Town and Country Store in Wausau, and right away learned something new about the world of horses. Terry, the owner, joined us inside.
And what I've gone ahead and done is this is one of our blankets, and I folded it up so that it's much smaller, so it doesn't seem to bother the horse quite as much when you put it on them, rather than just standing here and flinging it on their back.
Oh, yeah, I know. If you throw a canvas over their back, sometimes you get them
We're
pretty
just going to see if he wants to look at it, and he's not
Let's see
interested.
the blanket. Yeah.
So we're just going to put it, and kind of put it up like a saddle. And then I'm just going to unfold it over him.
Keep you nice and warm, right? Yeah. Blanket will keep you nice and warm.
And that just seems to be a lot, horses seem to take to that a little better than just having it thrown up on their back. It looks a lot like a saddle, I would think, to them. So we just go ahead and fold it up a little bit. And then the first thing you're going to want to do is buckle the chest straps. And I usually like to leave the bottom one out a notch or two from the top one.
Oh,
Just so that they have a little extra, little extra room for those front legs.
Mm-hmm.
And where you want the blanket to rest, you don't want it to rest on the rise of the wither, otherwise it's going to rub. You want it to rest in front of the wither. And that's going to depend on the cut of the blanket, but this one in particular is made to rest right on top of the wither. So then we need to adjust our belly straps. Now most blankets are going to have cross belly straps. There are some that are going to have a belly band. The problem with the belly band is sometimes you'll run into issues with the horse getting a back leg cut up underneath it.
Oh, because they're hanging too loose.
Yeah, and the belly band is one solid piece of material, whereas here what we've got is straps.
I found that with my cinch, I've been putting it on a lot tighter. My back cinch, I used to let it kind of hang down, but now that I'm riding a lot in the woods and stuff, you tend to get brush or something tucked underneath there. It's better to have that tighter, you know.
Yep.
It takes a little bit to get the horse used to it being tight.
And that's why with this belly strap, basically what you want is you want to be able to easily put your hand between the horse and the strap.
Okay.
You don't want it tight, and I usually kind of pop it down a little bit to see how it's going to sit before I finalize the adjustment. And then you go ahead and do the same with the other strap. It's just going to come up and buckle here.
Okay.
And then with the leg straps, I do something a little bit different. I'm going to buckle the first leg strap, like a lot of people do. And of course you want to be careful. You want to kind of stand on an angle here. You don't want to be right behind the horse. Otherwise you're in perfect kick range. And then I'm going to take this other strap, and I'm actually going to just wind it through the first one. And of course you always want to watch those back feet. The way I like to adjust these is so that they hang straight across. And I leave them crossed, and the reason I cross them is then they're not riding on the inside of the back leg. So it keeps them off the back legs, and that would be basically putting on a blanket. And then once you got the blanket on, what you're going to look for fit is you want to make sure that you've got the right length that's going to be sitting on the top of the withers here. You want to make sure that the rump is contoured for his rump, and you want to make sure that this is going to go at least to the bottom of the barrel.
And they make these a lot smaller for my horse, right?
Yeah, they make them much smaller. As a matter of fact, to measure and find out what size your horse needs, you start from the very center of the chest.
Okay.
You measure all the way around the widest part of the body, and then you measure to the edge of the tail.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of
If I
blankets...
come in with those measurements, you can tell me what size I need.
Yep, you just need the one measurement from the center of the
very
chest to the edge of the tail. But when I take the blanket off, I start one section at a time. And because it's usually cold and nasty outside, you're always questioning when to take the blanket off so the horse doesn't get chilled. And what I always do is I'll take a brush and I'll fluff his coat as I go, so that coat is going to hold air. Otherwise, if he's had a blanket on for a few days or even a week, that coat's going to lay down and it's not going to keep him warm. You're taking that blanket off and he's going to get chilled right away.
Oh. You were saying that we probably should protect our other dogs?
Protect your dogs too. Protect all of our pets. Rosie! Sit.
You wouldn't be
Stay.
in it anyway.
Good girl. Good girl. Stay. Now this is going to be Rosie. She's a 7-year-old border collie. And if Jethro's going to get a winter jacket for the elements, she needs one too because she's going to be out doing chores, and for city dogs that are going to be out doing walks and things, they need to stay warm and dry in the weather that we're having coming up here pretty soon. So basically we've talked about how to measure our horse for a blanket, and to measure our dog, all we do is we start from right behind the collar, and we measure all the way back to just in front of the tail. And that's going to be the measurement for the jacket. And they're very easy to put on. All you need to do is slip it over their head and Velcro it on their belly. And then we adjust the chest so that the neck is the right size. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Good girl. And we can also use the chest adjustments to kind of adjust the length as well.
Yeah, okay. Look at Jethro and you, huh?
Oh yeah, they're buddies. Sure, usually for storage I just keep them, I keep them with this out because this is going to be the heavier Studious. This is going to be a 1680D, which is going to be a lot heavier than the inside, so it's going to help protect the blanket in storage.
Store them outside out.
You bet. But then when it's time to put it on the horse, especially horse that's a little bit spooky, I just fold it in half. I bring the sides up to the middle. You need to make sure all the straps are in. And then I bring both of these back. These are going to be, this is the chest pieces. And then I fold it twice up in the back.
Okay.
And then basically when you go to put that on the horse, you always keep track of this piece of fleece because that's going to be right over the top of the litter.
Right. So we got that lined up.
And this is going to go on just like a saddle. See? I think both of these blankets are perfect. We'll take both of them. Perfect. Rosie, come here. Is it your horse? Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Rosie, go. Rosie, go. Come on, big guy. Rosie, go.
See you next time, big guy.
Rosie, go.
Brought to you by Double J Tack, where genuine down-home friendliness, together with the knowledge of horses and equipment, combine to ensure you a safe riding experience. Safe riding starts with safe equipment that fits you and your horse. Jim and Joanne will make sure that it all comes together. So look for their sign, 15 miles west of Marshfield on H. The #1 wildlife show in central Wisconsin, Bill Porter's Wildlife Unlimited show, is on Fox 55. Brought to you. Wildlife Auto. Now newer cars, still at prices you can afford. Call us today and let us help you drive a car you can be proud of and you can still afford. Wildlife Auto, cars you can afford. Wildlife Auto. Now newer cars, still at prices you can afford. Call us today and let us help you drive a car you can be proud of. Wildlife Auto, cars you can afford. Yesterday, JD was telling me that he won the lottery.
Hey, Bill, did you know I won the lottery?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. So I called the wife from the gas station where I won the ticket there. And I told her, I says, pick your clothes. And she asked me, she says, for warm or for cold weather? I told her, I don't care as long as you're out of there by the time I get home. Well, as it turns out, I didn't win the lottery, but she's gone. And I still have my beautiful home and a place for my horse.
Okay, ship them out October 28th and sell them. These babies are going to market. Come on. Come on. How you doing, JD?
That's what you come for, JD.
This is it right here.
Now that you got that horse saddled and you was gone.
Here,
Well,
look.
you know what? They needed me too. It was fun. I found my spot in there, and it's like,
Yeah, you get right in between there and hold that line.
Okay, Oz, your turn, bud. Let's see what you got.
get on camera, I can't rope.
Yeah, but you look good, Oz.
That ain't right.
I got it. It's good.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that'll go right in the front. That'll be the opener. That's the opener,
As
Grady.
I said, this was supposed to be work. But Grady and his crew, pardon the pun, seemed to be having too much fun.
There, you got it. All right, Oz.
Take the ball. Yeah.
A lot of the ranchers know the dates that we have to move pastures. So there's a lot of times we have cattle drives moving from pasture to pasture that we would think that people from the east would love to partake in chasing cattle from one pasture to the other. But we're going to tailor mostly to the people back east that have their own horses and need a ranch to come from. People that want a vacation by horseback, that's exactly what we want to tailor to.
When we stopped to water the cattle, I hopped off Buddy so I could take some pictures. I hobbled Buddy and turned my back on him. But he had other ideas. He just took naturally to chasing cows. And he did not want to see them standing around. So off he went, hobbles and all, scattering the cows. After 7 miles of herding the cattle, and after the cows were in the new pasture, we had to get back to our trucks and trailers. As usual, the crew's done this in style. I had to show you this. It's too hard to believe.
Now we got room for me in one of them doors.
We're ready. It don't get much better than this. After we get done herding up some cows, we gotta go grab a bite to eat. We get picked up in a limousine.
So what do you think of this, JD? Think you can handle this part?
I think it's bigger than my house.
Join us next time as we vacation by horseback, riding and marveling, yes, feeling the Badlands. You'll see it as we did from our horses. I'm Bill Porter, inviting you to see this great country from the greatest seat in the world, your horse. This time, as I rode, I marveled on how different the world is when you see it from horseback instead of racing by with a car. And I wondered what you were seeing and enjoying with your horse. So as I invite you to come ride with me, I would like you to send me pictures of your rides, or just what you enjoy most with your horse. Tell me where you like to ride. Maybe I can come and ride with you. Let's ride this great country together.